Vehicle is on internal power. AFTS is green and enabled for flight.
Box load is complete. System is in recirc. Anti-geysering is disabled.
Stage 1, Stage 2, press for flight.
High flow engine purge enabled. Deluge activated. T-minus 20 seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
HVB discharge is nominal.
Electron is soaring through the sky right now after lifting off from Pad B at Launch Complex 1, now on its way to low Earth orbit for NASA and TROPICS. The first launch milestone the rocket will pass through is Max Q, when the forces against Electron are at their peak as the rocket moves quickly through the atmosphere. Mission Control is expected to call that out on the net shortly.
Cleared Max Q.
Great news there with Max Q and onward and upward for Electron. It has only been about a minute since liftoff, and already the rocket is at its speeds of over 2,000 kilometers an hour, a mere fraction of the 27,000 plus kilometers an hour that is orbital velocity, which will reach ahead of payload deployment in the next 30 minutes or so.
Next, though, is the separation of the rocket between stages 1 and 2. For that to happen, we first need the 9 Rutherford engines currently burning hot to shut down, an action called main engine cutoff or MECO. Then a few moments later, stages 1 and 2 will spring apart. We'll hear that called out as stage separation. Then the single space-optimized Rutherford engine on the second stage will light up and carry on with the TROPICS mission. Those milestones should be taking place at around T plus 2.5 minutes.
"15 seconds to MECO.
Entered burnout detect mode.
MECO confirm.
Stage separation successful.
Stage ignition.
Exactly as we expect, there goes MECO, stage separation, and we can now see that the Rutherford engine nozzle is glowing hot on the second stage. The TROPICS satellites remain in good health on the Electron, and soon the rocket's onboard computer will command the fairing to separate and fall away. Now that we're in the vacuum of space, TROPICS doesn't need the protection of the fairing anymore, so we get rid of that dead weight to maximize fuel efficiency on the way to orbit.
Fairing separation successful.
If you're looking at the screen at the right moment just there, you will have seen those two nose cone halves falling away as planned with the fairing separation. Electron is performing nominally on its way to orbit with a few minutes between now and our next mission milestone.
Both continue travelling at speeds of over 19,000 kilometres per hour.
Entered burnout detect mode.
Alright, at T plus 8 minutes 56 seconds into this mission for NASA, and we are nearly in orbit. In a few moments we'll be able to see that red hot engine nozzle there start to turn cold once the engine on stage 2 shuts down.
Mission Control will call out these actions. Listen out for SECO confirmed on the nets coming up shortly.
SECO confirm.
There it is from Mission Control, met with a good cheer from our team. SECO and stage separation confirmed. That means our kick stage and TROPICS satellites are now in their phasing orbit of Earth. It's been a
engine shutdown is expected at around a few minutes from now actually, so not long to go, and then a few seconds later we should hear expected nominal payload deployment from Mission Control. Let's check back in.
Expected nominal Curie shutdown.
There goes Curie engine shutdown, listening in now for payload deployment.
Expected nominal payload deployment.
And there is the call out from Mission Control, expected nominal payload deployment. Congratulations NASA and the TROPICS team, and welcome to your new home in orbit. When the kick stage passes over the next ground station at Azores, we expect to receive the full telemetry package that confirms everything you've just heard from Mission Control. Look to our social media channels for that update within the hour as we close out this broadcast for our 36th Electron launch.
And we'll be back to do it all over again with NASA for our second launch for the TROPICS mission to place another pair of small sats on orbit for this important constellation. Coming to a storm near you, both literally and figuratively, as our next launch's mission name, is set to fly from Launch Complex 1 in just a couple of weeks' time to help ensure NASA's constellation is up and running in time, ready for this year's hurricane season, set to begin on June 1st.
We're going to end the broadcast now, but you can always keep in touch with us and stay in our orbit by following us on social media to see, hear and learn about what we do here at Rocket Lab. And to follow along NASA's TROPICS mission, you can head to blogs.nasa.gov/small satellites.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is Rocket Lab Mission Control, signing off.